Hello, my name is Isaac, and this is my Rumble Racing track for Games Design MA. Rumble Racing is a PS2 racing game where you race against opponents on tracks, utilizing either power-ups or the ability to stunt, which is a unique feature to Rumble Racing. I think that whilst others somewhat replicate it or utilize something similar, I feel like the way a Rumble Racing performs as is a bit more unique. See the controls there, and you can also see that there is 2 difficulty modes. This is because Rumble Racing changes up how certain AI works depending on the difficulty, though I have set this to 2 modes to simplify it. I'll be focused on easy to show off the AI, and then hard will show off more of the track, and specifically the shortcuts I have around it. So here we go, into the race. I've set up checkpoints around the area so that it tracks how far the AI is in here. It seems like the AI also utilized a oil slick just then, as a lot of the AI I seem to spin out just then. There are 4 power-ups in general. Oil slick, which when used causes causes the player and the AI to spin when turning too hard, as the friction of the car has been reduced. There's also bad gas, which when applied will reduce the speed of the car by reducing its max torque. There's shield, which if used will protect you from all bad effects and allow you to keep any nitros that you have, and nitros itself speeds up the car, and if used in tandem with if used whilst having bad gas effects applied, you'll actually negate the bad gas effect, allowing for a few defensive plays when utilizing power-ups. And you can see here, oil slick working at its finest. The power-ups have a wider effect, as they always as Rumble Racing gives them a decent size area when you're playing. You can see here are the stunts that you can perform. If you land badly whilst performing a stunt, you won't be able to get any of the nitros from the stunt. Though if you do land and still on your wheels whilst doing so, you can still obtain nitros. As you can see here, it wasn't the perfect landing, but it still works. So the stunts you can perform are front flips and side flips, as well as being able to combine both of them if you have enough of height. But as a lot of these stunts as a lot of the jumps here don't seem to have the height, you'll likely just be using the barrel rolls for these ones. It's more down on the frozen lake area. The concept of the map itself is a mountain range in Alaska, as a lot of the Rumble Racing maps are based around areas in America. The map itself is called Avalanche, which, due to it being a pun on avalanches and launching your car, something that is very common as well amongst the Rumble Racing track names. So for the time being, I'll focus on racing out, and I'll also show a little bit of a shortcut around here as well. The AI itself doesn't really utilize shortcuts in easy mode, but they do utilize them in hard mode, and so that should help with mode to sort of speed up things as well as add an extra bit of challenge. So here we have, so the main, one of my ideas that I was going to have in the game was for the track to be a dynamic track, where it will switch between the two different track lanes, and in order to change up the experience each lap. However, I wasn't able to complete this in time. I'm for the end of the project, and so I just left the two tracks in for now, and had it be that the AI follows them in the way that it would normally do. I'll also utilize the shortcuts here now, as I'll be showing them off later as well, to show off the AI. Overall, although the shortcuts themselves really help to speed up, allow you to be a lot more competitive when racing around on the track. And with the AI being able to use them in hard mode, you really do need to use them in order to keep pace with them. So here we have the Frozen Lake, which was going to be one of the big key points of the map. I originally wanted to set it up so that the floor here would be slippery but still controllable. However, as I said before, I didn't really get the time to get these parts out. So instead, you can still just drive around it as you would normally do on the higher roads. I had also wanted to set up the speed to be a lot faster compared to now. However, the AI itself had some issues going around the track, like when I had set them up to the original speeds. And so, to keep things fair and to keep the AI competitive, I decided to scrap the idea. Well, I decided to lower the speed of all the cars, change up the power-up speed, change how the power-ups change the speed, and then just work it from there. And there you can see I've got shield active, and I got rid of the bad effects. It basically acts as an immunity. Nitro just increases the speed, as I said. Bad gas reduces car speeds, and can take away nitros. Same way, with the opposite being true for nitro itself, and oil slick being super slippy. And so this should be the end of the race. Here we go, we got first place. And you can see the car can no longer be driven, but can still slam into the wall, as it's just a fun little thing that Rumble Racing has at the end. So going back to the main menu, I'll also now show off the hard AI for a little bit, just to show off that it can change the spleen it sits on. So, going around the corner now, hopefully there isn't as many bad effects. Oh, there we go. You can see here now the AI taking the shortcut path, and so it will utilise these shortcut paths all the way around the track. And now that's in hard mode, meaning that you have to be a bit more careful to keep up, and possibly use more power-ups to try and keep pace. Overall, I feel pretty proud about this. This is my first time really using the vehicle templates in UE5, and whilst it being a bit more complicated to get some of the effects working, I did still feel like how I managed to get them to work, and Gale working in a project that at least shows competitive AI a bit and basically just functions properly with it all working. I feel like that just is really good feeling, knowing that I could at least do this. And I feel like if I had more time, I'd be able to get some of the other effects that I'd wish to get on and add into the game working. As I said, getting the change in tracks, being more dynamic, as well as adding in a few more cars to sort of change around the competitiveness of the track, and choosing different cars being a very prominent thing in the Rumble Racing, as all the cars had different sort of stats and handled differently. And so, as you can see, and so I'll probably leave it off here. Here as the track itself. There's quite a few. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'll leave it off here. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this walkthrough of my project, and I hope that, and I will hopefully see you again soon.